Okay, I've trimmed up the plate a little bit. I put a notch back here to clear the frame, and I put the notch far enough back in. I think I'll have enough sitting on top of the frame here. So let's clamp it on there and see what we got. Yeah, I'll probably have to trim it to clear the pedal. There we go. I'll just kind of eyeball it for right now. First time I've had it up on here, so let's see what she looks like and where she sits. What do you think? Oh, here we go. Let's get you back up in the frame. There. So, let me know what you think of that. Let me get the chain and wrap it around there and see what kind of clearance we got down here. So, because it's about that big. It's going to clear the tire nicely now. It's about 2.5 inches over from center on the frame. Yeah, so this will clear nicely. The only thing I'm going to have is down here on this. So either I'm going to have the chain go over here and make a sharp turn, because what I've got for a chain guide is this thing here that they gave me. I can put it on the inside, I can put it on the outside. It's made to clamp on the side of a bicycle frame rail, which mine's kind of flat, so I might even have to make another one of these to sit it where I want, or cut it off or something. Well, I'm going to have to position this brake assembly up on the top here if I can't get the chain to go through underneath and up. So I think it's a time to take off the rear wheel. I really like the way that turned out. So it's time to take off the rear wheel and see where we got as far as chain, and then I'll mark this on here and figure out what angle I want it. I need to be able to adjust it in and out this way, so that's why I'm going to put the 3 slots on the frame, and then I'm going to need to adjust it this way, and that's why I want the slots here. I think I've already said that like 3 times. I'm beating a dead horse, but anyway, I think that's going to look really nice. Uh-oh. Really nice, yeah. Hold on. I see something else. There's always one guy in the crowd that's going to make it difficult to have a good time here. Carburetor. Choke. Okay. I'm going to have to take that tape off of here. So, I might have to be reworking that manifold just a little bit, maybe shorten it up. I know longer runner's better, but wait a minute. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get the rear wheel off. I'll fit the sprocket. I've had it on there once already, so I know it's going to work. And then we'll see where the alignment's going to take us from this gear here to the sprocket and see where we got to be. Well, before I go in and make another pot of coffee, I got the sprocket on it. I've got the chain just sitting on it, no master link in it or anything. And that's about where the motor's going to sit. It's going to have to go in just a little farther. I'm going to have a problem with clearance down there, because either that or I'm going to have to get a longer chain so I can move it in, but it looks like it's going to clear this stuff down here, and I'll just put that roller right on the inside. I'll bolt it directly to the frame. The roller will keep the chain at tension and keep it up off the frame. So I think this is going to work. It bolts through underneath the frame. It's just an aluminum plate. I put some adjustable mounts on it over here. I don't have a screw in the second one. I was going to drill and tap into the frame, but it's not working for me. There's a piece down in here where you can see where I kind of hacked it up a little bit, but I'm going to put a half pipe in there, and it's going to be a recessed area. It's going to have a curve in it. The chain's pretty straight. It was a lot straighter than it was last time. I'm thinking that that's why it was coming off when I was rotating it. So I think this is where it's going to be now. I've had to move the brakes up just a little bit, so all I did was tip them up, and it looks like the chain's going to clear it on both. There's a little wheel. I've got a hole right here in this support for a plastic ball bearing wheel. Let me rephrase that. A plastic wheel with ball bearings for a chain tensioner. So that way if the chain stretches out or something happens, it doesn't start dragging all over the frame. But let me get to the other side here. That's what it looks like on the back side. And there's the back side of the mount on here. The pedal comes awful close to it though. But as long as nothing shifts, I think I'm going to be good with that. Now, of course, I only have to pedal it to get it rolling, unless I run out of fuel. It's supposed to get between 90 and 120 miles a gallon. I don't know how they figure that, but I don't weigh that much anymore, so I'll probably get decent mileage. Yeah, I don't mean to be beating a dead horse and just kind of walking around it, but just got to give you a couple different views. Just in case anybody's got anything like this, I can send you dimensions. Of course, you could probably make a better one than I did, but it's just something to keep me busy. I know I got the grinder and I got a few other projects on the burner here, but I couldn't resist this. Plus, maybe I'll get it done by my birthday. Yeah, looks good. You know, everything was okay. I got it adjusted so where the chain clears, it stays up off of here. It's nice and tight. Everything's square up here. Now the pedal tags it right here. So I've got the pedal assembly for the left side right here. I'm going to take it down starting here out to about here, and then I'm going to take it down starting out here at the outside, and then I'll meet it. I don't really need that much clearance here. I need it mostly out right in this area, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now, and I'll bring you back once I get it over there on the bicycle. Okay, here's what I have for pedal clearance now. So I think we're good for clearance. Yeah, I took quite a bit off of it. I'm not going to do any mountain biking or any racing with the pedals, so they're just to get me going. I don't think I'll have a problem with that. Can't really tell it all from the outside, but on the inside you can see how much I took off of it. So yeah, I get carried away and I keep forgetting. I'm really sorry. Anyway, what I'm doing right now is I've got this temperature sensitive coating, and I'm putting this on the wires to the magneto, and I've got the coil just zip tied right here to the frame because I'm not positive that's going to be the final mounting spot or not. I took the mounts that came, there's supposed to be straps that wrap around the frame on the kit, and I cut them in half, bent them, put some slots in them. Now I'm going to tack weld them to the frame to hold the tank in place. I made some plastic spacers because I didn't want to cut the studs just in case I want to put the tank on a different bicycle frame. I don't want to get stuck with real short studs on there. That one's a 2-piece spacer, and that one there is a 1-piece. I'll paint them all black. I've got the clutch hooked up, but when I pull the handle in, the clutch does not disengage. Anyway, we'll work that out when we get there. There's the clutch handle on. I've got the throttle with the front brake on. It's got a kill switch down here. I think this is right about where the tank is going to sit. The only thing is, if the handlebars tip all the way over here, this little push button kill switch is going to hit the tank. So I took a little bit too much off on the air filter housing, so I'm going to have to make another one. I'll get that on camera. I did cut down the intake manifold 3/4 of an inch so I can slide that thing in there a little farther, and that helped an awful lot. I think I've finally gotten the chain aligned where it really wasn't aligned before, because when I'd rotate the rear wheel, the chain would want to ride up over the outside of the sprocket. So that's where I'm at right now. I've trimmed down the mount. I'm going to weld sleeves in here so this tube doesn't collapse. And I've got plenty of clearance. So this is where I'm at now, and I was just down here getting the shrink wrap ready to go on here, and I thought I'd get some of this on camera, so I didn't leave too doggone much out. It's just when I get an idea, I have to come out here and do it, and I don't always think about the camera. My apologies, guys. But anyway, that's where I'm at on the bike build. It's shaping up. I think it's going to look nice. Shrink this up a little bit here. Sorry, you're being handheld when I'm doing most of this, guys, but